remember the song Frog in the Meadow? That's a silly question because I know you remember the song. Well, I have 8 beats up here, and we're going to pat the beat, and I'm going to touch the hearts as we sing Frog in the Meadow. And I want you to watch and listen and see if you can find a place where there's no singing in the song. Can you pat with me? Pat, pat, sing with me, frog in the meadow, can't get him out. Take a little stick and stir him about. Well, that was easy, wasn't it? It was obvious which one didn't have any singing. It was this one. But there's a beat there. Could it be that sometimes music takes a rest, but that the beat keeps on going? It does. And when we sing the music, sometimes we show rest like this. Rest. So we're going to sing Frog in the Meadow again, and this time I'm not going to point. I'm going to sing with you, and when we get to the rest, we're going to go rest. Can you pat like this? And then when we get to the rest, we'll show it. Here we go, frog in the meadow, can't get him out. Rest. Take a little stick and stir him about. Rest. Let's do that one more time. Are you ready? Pat, pat. Here we go, frog in the meadow, can't get him out. Rest. Take a little stick and stir him about. Rest. Now, I hope you've already played that song to earn your sticker, but if you haven't, just a little reminder that I would love to see a video of you doing that. Now I'm going to show you a new song that has rest in it. Our new song is on page 34, and I want you to find that in your book. It's on the same page as Old Dog. It's just the one under that. It's called Old Mr. Mitch. When you look at this, do you see something that looks like it could be a rest? Because we are not even sure what a rest looks like. We've never had a rest. Well, I bet you're saying it's these things right here, and it is. Those are the rest. I'm going to sing this song for you. I want you to watch and listen carefully. Old Mr. Mitch, rest, fell in a ditch, rest, picked up a penny and thought she was rich, rest. Well, right away you're going, oh, something's wrong. Miss Jackie, that can't be right. Because you said picked up a penny and thought she was rich, but it's called Old Mr. Mitch. Well, I'm going to tell you what I think has happened. A long time ago, when I started using the Windsongs 1 book to teach music, this was called Old Mrs. Witch. And that is a very, very old rhyme. And in Old Mrs. Witch, these are the words. But I guess they decided they didn't want a song with the word witch in it. So they changed the witch to Mitch, which rhymes, but they didn't change the words. But we can fix that. So if we just take our pencil and put an X through the S in the word she, what word do we get? We get he, which is what we're going to do. So I'm going to do that on mine, and I want you to do that on yours. So you don't have to scribble it out or anything. Just put an X on it. And then you know it says he. Now, another question. Does that get a beat? Well, we've learned a lot about how music is put together with bar lines and measures and time signature. And I want us to look at the time signature. It says 4 ta. That means what? That means there are 4 beats in every single measure in the entire song. So let's figure out if the rest gets a beat or not. Does ta get a beat? Yes, 1. TT, how many beats does that get? 1. That ta gets 1. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. It does get a beat. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to draw the hearts or the circles to show the beats. Every time you have a ta rest, and that's what we speak it as, a ta rest, also called a silent ta. You can go by either one because it's worth 1 beat. You're going to put a heart or a circle over it to show that that also gets a beat. I'm going to mark mine. I want you to mark yours. We should have 4 beats in every measure. I'm going to count mine to make sure I have 4 in every measure. I didn't leave any out. I didn't forget to mark the rest. The silent ta. I got it. Okay, so now let's talk about how many measures are in the song. Can you count yours and see how many measures you find in the song? Did you get 4? There are 4 measures in the song. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what does this mean? And what's it called? It's called double bar line, and it means it's the end of the song. I'm going to sing the song again. Maybe you can sing it with me this time. I'm going to pat the beat, and I want you to pat too. Old Mr. Mitch, rest, fell in a ditch, rest, picked up a penny and thought he was rich, rest. So when we look at that song, are the first and second line the same? No, but the first measure and the second measure are the same, aren't they? And these 2 measures are not the same. But it's not a hard song to play. The only hard part is remembering to not play in the rest. Let's sing it again. Pat, pat, here we go. Old Mr. Mitch, rest, fell in a ditch, rest, picked up a penny and thought he was rich, rest. I'd like to look at the notes in this song so that we can figure out where all the B's, A's, and G's are. So when you look at this song, can you be a good detective and find all of the A's? Let's look for all the A's. A is the second space. Let's see, A. Did you find any A's on that line? I don't think there's any A's in that line. Let's look at this one. Did you find any A's on that line? I hope you said you did. They're right here, aren't they? TT. Those are the only A's in the song. How about that? Not very many. So now let's start over and look for B's. Do you see any B's in this song? B's in the middle of all 5 lines, remember? Well, the first note's a B, isn't it? There's another one. There's another one. Is that one B? No. Oh, we already talked about how this measure and this measure is the same. First three notes are B, aren't they? What about here? It's B. There's two more B's. Oh, those are not B's. There's a B. Oh, okay. I wonder if we could count the B's in the song. Can you count yours? And I'm going to count mine. Then we'll see if we have the same number. I got 10. Did you get 10? Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 B's. Let's find all the G's. 2. These two measures are exactly the same, aren't they? What about the G's on this line? Did we find G's? We did. How many? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 G's on the second line. There are 2 G's on the first line, which makes a total of 6 G's. 2 A's, 6 G's, and 10 B's. That's a lot of B's, isn't it? Let's do this in chin position. I want you to sing note names and I want you to move your fingers. Here we go. B, 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 G. Rest. B, 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 G. Rest. B, 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 G, G, G. B, A, G. Rest. Let's try that one more time. Here we go. B, 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 G. Rest. B, 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 G. Rest. B, 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 G, G, G. B, A, G. Rest. Before we play it, let's sing it again. And show the silent ta like that. Pat with me. Here we go. Old Mr. Mitch. Rest. Fell in a ditch. Rest. Picked up a penny and thought he was rich. Rest. Before we play this song, I want to show you how to do rest. So if you're playing and you get to a rest, you're going to do just like this. So see, I didn't go rest, did I? Because that takes too long and you can't always get back in time. So you don't even have to take it out of your mouth. I didn't take it out of my mouth. With my mouth, I just sort of whispered, rest, just like that. So that's how I want you to do it. Are you ready to play? 1, 2, here we go. B, 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 G, rest. B, 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 G, rest. B, 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 G, 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 B, A, G, rest. Did you play in the rest? I tell my students when they play in the rest, it's sort of like they fall in the ditch because it says, oh, Mr. Mitch fell in a ditch. So if you play in the rest, it's like you fall in the ditch. So don't play in the rest. Let's try it again. Are you ready? I want you to play. 1, 2, here we go. B, 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 G, rest. B, 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 G, rest. B, 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 G, 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 B, A, G, rest. We're going to try this song in solfa. So I want you to sit tall and straight for me, and I'm going to point and use one hand. Are you ready? Here we go. Me, 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 do. Rest. Me, do. Rest. Me, do, do, do. Me, do. Rest. Let's try that again. Are you ready? Here we go. Me, do. Rest. Me, do. Rest. Me, do, do, do. Me, do. Rest. All right. Let's sing it again, and then we're going to play it. Pat with me. Here we go. Old Mr. Mitch. Rest. Fell in a ditch. Rest. Picked up a penny and thought he was rich. Rest. Okay, let's pick up a pre-quarter. We're going to play it again. Don't play in the rest. Are you ready? 1, 2, here we go. B, 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 G, rest. B, 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 G, rest. B, 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 G, 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 B, A, G, rest. I think we will play it one more time because I want to play with you this time, but I don't want you to look at me. I want you to look at the music, and let's see if we're resting together. 1, 2, ready, play. That's fun, isn't it, to learn about rest? And now I want to remind you, if you haven't sent me a video of Frog in the Meadow or Goodbye, It's Time to Go, I would love to see that from you so that you can earn your sticker to put on your sticker page for those songs. Now we're going to do our listening. Do you remember our composer? This is our last week to listen to this piece of music. And after we listen today, we're going to see somebody play this song on the piano. So our composer is Schumann. And here's our picture. So let's listen as they sing the words, and then let's enjoy watching somebody play this on the piano.
A Happy Farmer by Robert Schumann. I love to sing, I really love to sing. I work all day just baling hay and sing, sing, sing. Oh dear, my shoes have great big holes. Cause Schumann's shoe shop, Schumann's shoe shop, I need shoes. I want a pair to match my yellow hair. I love to sing, I really love to sing. I work all day just baling hay and sing, sing, sing.
Now we're going to do something really different. We're going to compose, or you're going to compose, your own song, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So in your packet of materials, you have one of these sheets that doesn't have anything filled in. I've already started filling mine in so that I could show you what we're going to do on it. So go ahead and find that and pause it if you need to, and you're going to need a pencil too, so make sure you have a pencil. So now that you've found your sheet that looks like this and says My Song, When Songs 1, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to write your name. So there's a place for you to write your name. And if you want to put the date, that would be wonderful. So you can put the month and the day and the year, because this is something you're going to want to keep, or your parents going to want to keep. And so that date is important when you look back at it years from now to know how old you were and when that happened. So now on this song, it says to use ta, tt, ta, and silent ta. So I'm going to ask that you only use one ta and one silent ta. So I'm going to put parentheses, just like this, around these, right here, to help me remember that I only want to use one of each of these. This song has 8 beats. What I want to do first is I want you to do this, is I want you to decide what your rhythm should be. So I was just thinking about what I wanted, and this is what I came up with. Can you speak it with me? Ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, 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 ta, rest. So I used all of those, and I only used one ta and one silent ta. Now let me ask you this question. Why did I do that? Why didn't I just put something here? Do you know why? Think hard. It's because ta gets 2 beats. So I just drew that line just to help me remember that I am not going to put another rhythm note here, and then I'm not going to put another BAG note up here either. So this note, whatever it's going to be, ta, is going to extend for this whole space on my measure because it gets 2 beats. So I want you to pause the video and I want you to put in whatever rhythm you want. I don't want you to put in mine, so I want you to pick your own. Make sure you use one ta and one silent ta. So pause the video right now and do that. Now that you've written your rhythm, this is the next step. So the next step is to put at the top of your paper right here, use BAG. So write that on your paper, just a little reminder on what you're going to use when you write your tune or your melody. Now how you're going to do this is you're going to take your rhythm and you're going to decide what notes you want. So this ta is going to be a ta note right here, and this TT is going to be TTs right here, and this ta is going to be a ta note right here. So I'm lining it up right above the heart where I decided the rhythm that I wanted to use. So since I know it's BAG, and I kind of remember that Miss Jackie said that when songs end on G, that's the home tone, and it makes them sound like it's finished when we're only using B, A, and G notes. And I want my song to sound like it's finished at the end. So I'm looking at my last note right here. So I do want that to be a G. And I want yours to be a G too, because I want it to sound like it's finished. So let's just go ahead and put our G in together. Let me show you how to do that. So I'm going to do it right here on my lap so I can make it nice and neat. So the first thing to do is just to draw a round circle around the G line. Don't put a stem on it, don't fill it in, just draw your round circle. When you're happy with the size of your circle, because you don't want it to be too small or too big, then you can put the stem on. And when you put the stem on, does the stem go right in the middle to make it look like an upside down lollipop? Is that how notes look? No, notes don't look like that, do they? Your stem goes on the side of the note. Look how I did mine. You see how it's on the side of the note? Can you make yours like that? So when you're looking at your note, it's on the right side of the note. Not the left, but the right side. Now I know that's a ta, so I can go ahead and fill that one in. So I'm going to fill it in so it's a ta. So now I can decide what my other notes should be. And since I put a rest here, rest does get a beat. I do need to draw a rest in here. So wherever your rest is, you can go ahead and put the rest symbol in your lines, in your ledger. These are called ledger lines, in your ledger lines. Wherever it is, it may not be at the end, wherever it happens to be. And then, we can go ahead and do what we need to do right here, because we know what we need to do, don't we? We need a double bar line. So let's go ahead and put that in. There's mine. And we also need measures. And we also need a time signature. So we can do that together. So for our measures, I think 2 ta is what I want. So 2 ta goes right here at the beginning. I'm going to put it on mine. You can put it on yours too. 2 ta. It looks like that. And then I know that there are 2 beats in each measure. So I know I'm going to put a bar line here. So let me put a bar line right there. And I'm going to put a bar line right here. And I put one on my second line. So I know there are 2 beats in each one of these measures, which you do remember that we first learned them as rooms. And there we have it. Now I will tell you that you can't use ta here in this spot, because if you do, it's ta, it goes across the bar line, and we don't know the special symbol to do that yet. There is a special way to do that, but we don't know that yet. So your ta has to fill up an entire measure when you're in 2 ta. It can't cross the bar line. So now I've done everything but decided on my BAG notes. And I don't want to put mine in because I don't want you to think you have to do the same thing I'm doing. So I'm just going to leave mine blank. And I am going to look forward to you sending me a video of your song because I really want to see it. And if you want to play it, that would be wonderful. And if you want to give it a name, you could. So you could put the name of your song right here. You could even write words. There's just lots of things you could do to make this song truly yours. And I know everybody would be anxious to hear it and to see what you've done on this. And I would be especially thrilled to see a video of your song. And now I'm going to sing goodbye to you. Would you be my echo? So, mi, la, so, mi. Your turns. Goodbye, it's time to go. Bye, see you next time.